guys, what's happening? Welcome to Lockdown Performance. Here we are once again. What have I been doing? Well, I've been doing a bit of and a bit of yeah, that's just a Volkswagen Mark V TDI that I'm mucking around with at the moment, and also dismantling so that I can actually make more money to put towards my project. So yeah, I'm not converting to a Volkswagen person. I still love my Q45 and my Volvo 740, but yeah, that explains the soot and skids and all that sort of crap. Anyway, here's a quick update as to what's been happening with the Q45 and the 740. So the last time you would have seen this car, it would have had an engine in it. At the moment, I have removed the 1J. I need to trim a little bit of that subframe, just a tiny little bit. I don't really have to, but I just want to drop that engine down a fraction more. That engine is just over here at the moment. So yeah, as soon as I cut that subframe, I'll attach the transmission. I've got a A340 with a shift kit. I'm probably not going to run a stall converter because it'll pretty much be useless. I want to use the car for drifting. All the haters are going to say, oh, you need a manual, you need this, you need that. No, I'm going to use an auto initially, and then I'll get a manual for it. But I just want to use what I've got with the budget that I have, and I know that you can drift an automatic car. Simple as that. However, a high stall converter wouldn't work. So also, since I last seen you guys, I have painted the inside of this car just with some Hammertone black paint that I got from Super Cheap. Pretty good stuff. It dries really quickly. Like I painted this the other day, but I mean, you could touch it like that within 20 minutes, and that was on a fairly average day. So I've got a little bit of a, I think I showed you guys last time, I've got a bit of a hole that I need to fabricate or fix. I need to fix that. Sound deadener. I've got the rails in for the seats. So my plan is I want to try and have the 740 pretty close to being finished by Christmas this year. And with a Q45, that is actually almost finished. What I can do is initially I can drive it just on low boost with the factory ECU. So I've just got to get a couple of little for the car, you know, like I've got to get an oil cooler for the transmission. I've got to get a box for the battery, so I can put the battery in the boot, put a gasket on the turbo, like a proper gasket, finish the exhaust off, which it is finished. I've just got to put it back on once I put the exhaust gasket or the turbo gasket, which I'll give you a bit of a look anyway. Apologise about the mess at the moment. I'm just trying to organise things, but yeah. So, oh, someone's freaking racing their freaking Nissan NA thing. So that's the exhaust system for the Q45, which will just be straight out of the turbo there. You've got an O2 sensor bung. That's a V-band. That'll just go onto there and it'll just come straight up the side of the car. Intercooler plumbing, all the rubber connections over there. Here I've organised everything because I've got a couple of things on the go at the moment. This is pretty much all my 1JZ stuff for the Volvo. So I've got like, well, it's not all of it, but I've got bits and pieces. I may still use those mounts because the mounts that I've got in there at the moment are a bit average. So yeah, Volvo 740 stuff, 1JZ stuff. Obviously, I'm going to still need headlights and bits and pieces like that, but everything that is not related to a 1JZ as far as running gear has been or will be sold. That's my other stuff here for another vehicle that I've got under the cover there. This is my Q45 sort of rack, bits and pieces. I've got these things for the I've got these, they're like rear traction control arms, so I have to muck around with them. They're off a 300ZX, but I'm quite sure they will somehow fit. And as for the going back to the Q45, once again I apologize about the mess in here. I'm also waiting on plugs. I'm just going to use these coils. So these are the OEM coils. I'll use those. Whoa, geez, it echoes in here a lot. What I'll do is I'll get some good plugs for it, and I have to make a bit of a modification on the throttle body, which has got the traction control set up. It's like a double butterfly. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know where that is actually. I'll see if I can find it. So I'll give you a bit of a comparison. All right. Here we go. That's a throttle body that was on it. And that's the one that I probably will put on it. So that's just that doesn't have a extra butterfly in it. And it's not as bulky as this one, but it'll do exactly the same, if not better. So yeah. So about 90 to 95% on the Q45. As for the Volvo, when I say finished with a Volvo, meaning engine, gearbox, wiring, ECU, suspension, seats, steering wheel, all that sort of stuff. This door, I'm getting sick of looking at it. I've got another door to go on there, which is over here. That means I want to have completed by Christmas. So, yeah. I mean, I've gutted that car, and that's just some of the wiring that come out of it. Just, I reckon, I don't know how much it'll weigh now, but I'm sort of hoping once it's got the engine and gearbox, maybe 1150, 1100, something like that. You know, so. And as for the Q45, well, that's a different kettle of fish. That thing's going to be freaking absolutely awesome. I'm not going to rip the interior out of it. I think I might have mentioned in some previous videos that I was going to do that, but I'm not going to. I'll probably just put some sports seats, racing seats in it, and some harnesses. But I'll keep it so that I can actually drive it on the road. And I've got a friend that may be able to do a engineer's certificate. I mean, it's not going to really get an engineer's certificate with a friggin' exhaust pipe coming out the side of it there, but I can actually fabricate the exhaust system where it's got the V-band to go around into like a slotted or oval, if you want to call it, exhaust pipe that'll go straight sort of down along the body and out the back. That way it's sort of legit, but it's not going to have any mufflers on it. So yeah, that's where I'm up to at the moment. Q45, Volvo 740, both really, really good cars, and they're quite rare. Like it's pretty hard to find a Volvo 740 wagon in Australia, let alone one that's for sale. I don't think you'll find one for sale. As for a Q45, I've seen a few on Marketplace, but they took them down. There's still one on there in New South Wales. It's British Racing sort of green colour. I mean, it looks great in the picture, but I mean, you know, and the money that they're asking for them is a lot more than what I paid for mine. I mean, I only paid $1,400 for mine, and I sold the original engine and gearbox for $1,500. So, you know, I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better than that. But anyway, that's the way it goes. And that's it. That's all I feel like talking about today. I'll see you freaking next time, eh? Take it easy.
Fire when the strong, it's you.
That's it, Brian?